For the past 100 years, New York City streets have been apportioned, designed, managed to maximize the flow of vehicular traffic.
My husband, Dr. Carl Henry Nacht, was killed 6 months ago. He died riding on a bike lane because someone didn't pay attention to the law that said yield to bicycles. And a truck crossed our path. It could have been me, it was him. My husband not only rode his bike to work, but he would ride his bike between his office and the hospital, and he would make home visits on his bicycle to homebound patients. My husband was a general internist. He took the heartbeats of thousands of New Yorkers every week, every month, every year for 30 years. There are many, many people in this city who have lost a physician, who mourn him. There are children who don't have a father. There's a woman who doesn't have a husband after 33 years. And it shouldn't have happened. It wasn't an accident, it was a crash. When I walk to work or ride to work, I'm constantly intimidated at crosswalks, where it seems like in this city we no longer assume that pedestrians or bicyclists have the right of way. And there's a process of intimidation or playing chicken to see who's going to get their foot out there or their wheel out there first. And it's scary and it's frightening.
So we're here today to support Introduction 199, brought by Councilmember Gail Brewer. It is the Traffic Relief and Information Bill, because before we can set accurate targets for reducing traffic, we need more information about how New Yorkers are traveling. There's a real dearth of information about who's traveling where, at what times, and on what streets, particularly in the outer boroughs.
We're delighted that we have a hearing on Intro 199, the Traffic Relief and Information Bill. It would hold DOT responsible for setting its own traffic congestion relief goals and developing indicators necessary to monitor progress.
Mayor Bloomberg recently started a planning process for the year 2030, saying that New York City will have an additional 1 million people. And he's right to look at what kind of choices we have ahead of us. And so we have to figure out a way of using the streets we have in a healthier and more efficient way.
A lot of people have talked about, do we want congestion pricing? We don't want congestion pricing. What's good for Manhattan may not be good for Brooklyn and Queens, etc. We all agree we need a 5-borough transportation agenda, but as we get this issue going, we're going to need data, and we're going to need realistic avenues for where we assess what our traffic and transportation policy should be in this city.
Traffic is more than Manhattan today. Traffic's become a 5-borough issue, and I want that addressed through an assessment tool that we can develop and then have applied as we look at options and alternatives.
Along with Intro 199, I'd like to see an introduction of targets for the reduction of fatalities and injuries. You know, in Sweden, they have a target for the year 2020, 0 fatalities due to automobiles hitting pedestrians and cyclists. We could do the same thing. Why should Stockholm lead? We're New York. We can lead.